Welcome back to Barefoot Bible. Today's vlog from the Revelation series is entitled, Can Satan Imitate God? And we're covering Revelation 17 and prophecies from verses 9 through 13. And we're just going to jump right in today. Verse 9, here is the mind which has wisdom. The seven heads are seven mountains on which the woman sits. Verse 10, there are also seven kings. Five have fallen, one is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short time. When verse 9 describes seven end times, locations, and kingdoms, um, uh, John is being provided interpretations now of the vision he was shown, and he wrote five of them have fallen. And using scripture to interpret scripture, we see here that Daniel's vision identified five kingdoms that by John's day had actually fallen. Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Persia, or which is Iran now, and the Greek Empire. And that comes from Daniel chapter 11. Encourage you to read that. During John's time, the one that was present tense in John's time is the very empire that had imprisoned him on the island of Patmos, and it was the Roman Empire. The phrase, quote, the other is not yet come, indicates that Rome will fall and another unknown king and kingdom will follow. And we are not given any hints about that here. Let's look on to verse 11. The beast that was and is not is himself also the eighth. And is one of the seven and is going to perdition. And that kind of leads me to the thought, can Satan imitate God? If you study back in Isaiah 14, you'll see some clues about Satan's beginning. Chapter 14, verses 12, 13, and 14 are very helpful. He loves to pretend that he's more powerful than God and should be ruling from his throne, as if there's really an opening in that position, and there's never has been. In the end times, Satan will arrange a mock resurrection of his Antichrist, his false Messiah, and he will propagandize that the Antichrist is actually the true Messiah, which we read about back in verse 8. His demon-possessed reign will be of or from among the other seven kingdoms, and his kingdom will be a synthesis of all the seven previous ones. So he will be not one of them, but he's going to be the eighth, a combination of all of them. And another unique feature of the kingdom of the Antichrist in its future is he's going to perdition. The word perdition, it comes from apolia, a Greek word for destruction. You find that in Matthew 7:13, or here, perdition, or in John 5:29, damnation, where he is condemned. This prophecy actually looks forward to the end of the Antichrist, the end of his evil reign, which occurs after Christ's second coming. So the true Messiah will come. Jesus Christ and the Battle of Armageddon will take place, and the Antichrist will be defeated and sent to the eternity that God has planned. Verses 12 and 13, and the 10 horns which thou sawest, again explaining symbols to John and to us, are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as of yet, in other words, as in John's day, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Verse 13, these, the 10 kings, have one mind and shall give their power. Give it. He's not going to have to take it from them. He'll give their power and strength unto the beast. And this is one of the final pieces of the puzzle leading to the Antichrist's planned battle with Jesus Christ. And under the Antichrist's reign, 10 kings will rule briefly. That's what the 1 hour is indicating. They serve mainly as supporters of the Antichrist and his plots, especially during that latter part of the tribulation. Some suggest it could be some kind of a union of nations or affiliation together, some kind of a treaty between 10 that will side with him. There's a lot of resistance to the Antichrist that's portrayed in the Old Testament and the New when he attempts to rule and reign over the entire world. And these vassal or puppet kings will give their power and authority to support him, although it only be for a short time. I want to briefly promote then next Thursday's wrap-up of Revelation 17, and this has been important information. We're going to talk about God's plot within Satan's plan. And we'll pick up in verse 14 and wrap up this chapter to discuss what's going on behind the scenes that even Satan fails to recognize. I hope that you'll tune back in next Thursday for this important explanation of the plots and plans hidden within prophecy. And by the way, we're on the winning side in this entire prophecy as followers of Jesus Christ, coming back as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace and of Light. And so we look forward to God working out everything according to his will. I hope you'll tune back in to Barefoot Bible and escape here for truth and encouragement and comfort. And even through end time storms, there is peace. And so I hope you'll follow along. We're just trying to help you understand the most important book for those living in or near the end times. Thanks for tuning in. This is David Wright, signing off.